So in the last video, we talked about in, and we're using in as preposition of place, correct? So I gave you the example. We use in for inside or certain times. Okay, so an example of inside, the dog is in the house, or certain times, I like to ski, my birthday is in May. Okay, so therefore we use it, for inside or certain times, seasons, months, parts of the day, etc. Well, in this class, I wanted to be a little bit more specific when we can use it in more specific aspects. Okay, so if I write in for you, in. So to be more specific, we use in for places. I know places seems a little general, and it is. But specifically we use it for towns or cities or countries. Okay, or we can even use it for states or regions or providences. But the idea is it's in. So we think about a town or a city, it's like we're inside of the town, inside of the city, correct? Or even inside of the country for that matter. Okay, so therefore we use in. And let me give you an example of that. I can say, I live in Seattle. Sorry, couldn't spell that very well. Let's see. I live in Seattle. Okay, I live in Seattle. So Seattle is a city. So therefore we say, I live in Seattle, correct? So that is a city. I live in Seattle. Or more, even for a country, I can say, I live in Turkey. Okay, I live in Turkey. So Turkey is a country, correct, in Europe. I can say, I live in Turkey, in the country. Okay. So that's how we use places. Another interesting thing is the streets. Okay, streets. Now something about this. This is very British. This is from the UK. Okay, British English. So, an example of the streets, the British. I am not British, but I can give a pretty good example. I won't do an accent, though. Maybe I can say, the car is in the street. Okay. The car is in the street. Alright, the car is in the street. And that is British. Remember that. It's from the UK. It is British. Okay, British English. And I'll explain what the Americans do a little later on. But we'll talk about that with on. So that's another way we use it. And we also use it for buildings. Okay, buildings. Or I can also say maybe rooms. Okay, we use it in for rooms. We also use in for small places. Small places. When I say small places, I mean maybe a box or something. So if I give you an example of this, I can say, the company is in that building. Okay, so the company is in that building. That is where they are, correct? They are in that building. In that building. Okay, in that building. Alright. So hopefully that'll give you a better idea. So we say in for places, towns, cities, countries, etc. Like I said, I live in Seattle. I live in Turkey. You are from another country, but we don't really would use in those cases. So, I live in Turkey. In the UK, they use it for streets. The car is in the street. Okay, and only in the United Kingdom, or the Commonwealth countries, I could say. And also for buildings, rooms, and small places. The company is in that building. Okay, the company is in that building. All right? So that should give you a little bit more in-depth idea of in, and I'll leave you there.